Yo, here we go. Here we go with one with a soapbox for the TO Secure fight. A lot of people been wondering, am I gonna do one? Of course, come on. Y'all know I know your boy was gonna come out and do a video on the fight beforehand, like you know what I mean, give my predictions, how I think the fight's gonna go. You know what I mean, I just wanted to make sure I did a video after all the press conferences, all the weigh-ins, and all that stuff was done. I've finally been able to finally analyze everything. You know what I mean? Mm, been a little bit busy trying to get prepared for this little snowstorm that's coming up. But in the meantime, let me go ahead and get down to business. Talk about the fights. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go from all like the undercard fights, and I'm gonna get to the main event, and I'm gonna discuss them. I've been doing a lot of film study on all the fights of the card, whatever, and this is how normally I see how a lot of these fights are going to go. So first, I'm gonna go with the Jarrell Miller fight. How I feel like that fight's gonna go. I feel like that fight on. I think what the plan is with Jarrell Miller is they kind of want to build him back up a little bit for him to be a player in the heavyweight division with his opponent. So with his fight, I got it going. Like I think it's gonna be a early night for old boy. I think was his name eBay. He I think he was the one that got knocked out by Jared Anderson at one time. Nasty knockout. I got in this fight. I got Jarrell Miller knocking him out early, probably like round 3. Up out of there early. And they'll probably set up. You know what I mean? Set up some like you know what I mean. He can be a player at the heavyweight division. Next. You know what I mean? I think that's what the plan is. So, that's my prediction on that fight. Um, the next one we got Shushu Carrington versus Carlos Castro. Um, that's for I think what the WBC belt. Um, I like that fight. You know what I mean? If a lot of people don't know, Carlos Castro was the one that gave um Stephen Fulton a good fight, and he actually knocked down Stephen Fulton in this fight. So Carlos Castro is actually pretty good at 126. This is a good step up for Stephen Fulton. This fight right here will get Stephen Fulton. I mean not Stephen Fulton. I mean Shushu Carrington. Get him. You know what I mean? Put his name out there um, to be known. I like this fight for him. He can get a belt. My prediction for the fight, I think Shushu Carrington would get a knockout, probably about round 6. I'm predicting about round 6. He would get a KO, and then he would be the one of the champs at 126. And then now you know what I mean. They can start plucking them in there with them fights with the other champs. You know what I mean. And I like it. You know what I mean. At 126, 126 got some pretty good dogs over there that they can plug them in, and he can fight some guys over there at 126. Um, so then the Ammo versus Adames fight got Adames got sick from the weight cut from what I'm being told, so that kind of lost its luster. But I think they put in a replacement for him. So I think that Ammo Williams, he just gonna you know what I mean. He gonna do what he need to do with a short notice fighter, and that's gonna be early night. Like I ain't even gonna put no prediction on that one because he should do what he needs to do and make it an early night for that guy. So then the co-main we got Keyshawn Davis versus Jermaine Ortiz. To me, that's probably on the card the best fight to me. Besides the main event. Because both guys got a lot of stuff to prove. You know what I mean? Jermaine Ortiz loses. Him being at that level of being able to be at the championship level, I think he would lose like a lot of momentum on that. So like he would basically have, you know what I mean? He would take a big step back with a loss. Keyshawn Davis got a lot to prove in this fight, especially the way all of his stuff happened the last fight. Um, what happened, whatever. Like it's just like he got so much to prove, and like he can't go in here, go in this fight. He got so much to prove. So with this fight, I think it's gonna be a high level, intense fight. I think it's gonna go all 12 because both guys something to prove. But I got Keyshawn Davis with a unanimous decision win in that one. I think he's just gonna do a little bit more than Jermaine Ortiz. Sorry to win this fight. But I like that fight. I think it's one of the best fights on the card. Then the main event, we got T.O. versus Shakur. Very good fight. I'm so like honestly, I'm happy that this fight was made. Boxing needed a fight like this. Y'all don't understand. Like this is what the fans want. We want the best fighting the best. We want the names fighting the names. You know, we getting tired of like we having to wait for years on years for guys to fight. Like we want them when they're at their prime, the absolute prime. And like I'm happy they're delivering a fight like this because the winner of this fight puts themselves in that position, that new plateau. You know what I mean? And put themselves in a new spot. The loser, it all depends on how the loser lose. If the loser looks bad, like it's knocked out or stopped, then they gotta kind of build that guy back up. But if it's like a higher intense fight and just the loser loses just off the fact that it was like, you know what I mean, a drag out fight and the winner just did a little bit more. Like the loser don't really lose. He just take a little step back, but he really don't lose. So this is one of those fights. Like I like it. Doing a lot. I've been doing a lot of film study on both guys. Um, keys. The keys to victory for. Well, first I'm gonna say for Tio. The key to victory for Tio. He's gonna have to be very very patient. It's gonna have to be a very very patient fight for him. Like a lot of like he gonna the body the shots to the body would be very very key for Tio to keep Shakur at bay. You know what I mean? Um, also, you know what I mean? Just he just gonna have to fight a patient, very very patient fight. Like just be like, you know what I mean? And I think Tio can do it. You know what I mean? Be patient, and allow the shots to go to the body. You know what I mean? Come with the shots. You know what I mean? And he can. I think he can get Shakur. You know what I mean? With that game plan. With Shakur, really what Shakur got to do, he just got to fight his fight. You know what I mean? Don't allow nobody to get him out of his game plan. Just fight your fight the way you fight. Because there's one thing about Tio, he gets very very frustrated when he's not like when his the way he fights. When the way he fights, it doesn't work. He gets very very frustrated, and like we have seen that in a few fights, whether it's Jermaine Ortiz or whether it's Sandor Martin. We have seen Cambosis. We have seen him get frustrated in fights, um, by you know what I mean, just being, you know what I mean, just like you know what I mean, like not like you know what I mean, the game plan just not working at all. So I think he can throw To off with his boxing skills or whatever. But my prediction for the fight, Shakur. I got Shakur in a split decision win. I think it's going to be a very, very high, intense chess match. That both guys are going to have some very good moments. I just think Shakur going to do just a little bit more. I think the championship rounds is going to be where Shakur wins it. And Shakur in moment is going to show us in this fight, like, you know what I mean? Okay, like he got that tag of being a runner. I think he gonna show us like a few times in the fight of just like, you know what I mean, going in there and showing his heart. And I think To at times is gonna tag Shakur. He gonna get him. I don't see no knockdowns in this fight. I see this just being a very very good intense chess match, and it's gonna go down as like probably one of the best fights of 2026. But anyway, that's my prediction. Y'all enjoy y'all night. Y'all be safe out there in this snowstorm. Peace.